past videos we've shown you how to remove a pickguard, and sometimes you'll get lucky where you'll get an old vintage one or just one that is, you know, too nice to throw away. So what can I do to salvage it? We got the old glue in the back, which is actually kind of crappy. So you can get yourself a shallow dish, or you can do what I'm doing right here. Take a piece of wax paper, lay the pickguard glue side up. Right? In the past videos we've shown you how to remove a pickguard, and sometimes you'll get lucky where you'll get an old vintage one or just one that is, you know, too nice to throw away. So what can I do to salvage it? We got the old glue in the back, which is actually kind of crappy. So you can get yourself a shallow dish, or you can do what I'm doing right here. Take a piece of wax paper, lay the pickguard glue side up. Right? Now we take, through the magic of editing, I'm going to get some naphtha. Right? And I put naphtha right onto the pickguard. Now, some solvents are better than others. Naphtha is a very good solvent. It removes most of these glues that were used to put on a pickguard. Now, depending upon how long you've had it, how old it is, sometimes it can be a real pain, and you might have to wait a while. So what I like to do is I'll lather up the naphtha, and you can see I have it lit. That's a nice, let's say a liberal application. And I can actually kind of feel the solvent starting to work on the adhesive. And naphtha is very good. I always have at least 1 or 2 jugs around. It is highly flammable. So now I can rub this with my fingers, and I can feel what's happening to the adhesive. Hear my finger? So I'm getting the adhesives coming off. This was a double stick tape adhesive. So I got one part of the adhesive off. Now I have another one to take off. Now, since I found out that I have this underneath there, what I actually may need to do is either apply more weight or more heat, or just set this puppy up into a bath of naphtha and let it sit overnight. After a little while, that will get underneath the double stick tape, and that will release that. So right now, that will probably come off pretty quickly. So I'm going to put that just into a little bucket with some naphtha, and I'll come back and look at it in about a half an hour. What I did is I got myself a little pail. I put enough naphtha in here that I can just drop that in there and let that soak. I'm going to take the paper towels, and I'm going to lay them on top, and what they're going to do is they're going to absorb the naphtha, and that way I don't have to worry about evaporation as much. I'll put that over there to keep that from evaporating, and we'll check this out in about half an hour, and we'll see what it looks like. An opportunity to work, and I don't know if you can see that. That's actually the adhesive residue, and now we can just wipe this all off. Now sometimes you'll have to peel off double stick tape, the whole 9 yards, but that got it off, and I think that's pretty clean. Yep. So that is the back side, that's the front side, but that pickguard is now totally usable, and I can use that on another project, so it's not going to go to waste. So you saw how to take a pickguard off and how to recycle it so you can reuse it. And thank you, from Blues Creek Guitars to my shop to yours. See you next time.